Hi there. Welcome to this live stream. The Kenny Veach M Cave mystery continues, and so does the discussions. So join me today or tonight, depending what time zone it is, where we take a look at what's recently gone down, what I've covered, a recap there, acknowledge comments and key points made by people who watch, a reference to Jeff Clark, a deeper look into the mineshaft before it was covered in, dating back to 2017 when Jeff set out there in search for Kenny, but more so the M Cave, and his strange encounters when his equipment failed on itself, when Jeff Clark was literally stabbing in the dark. He did not see the crystal skull at the time, but other people did later when reviewing his footage and photos. So we've got Super Earther present. Shout out to Super. It's good that you're here. Of course, Mr. Anonymous as well. Welcome, evening. And for anyone else that's watching in the background, I do find doing live streams a little bit more often here and there is useful, and it's good. It's good to do. We've got Mad, evening. EJ, it's good that you're present. Experienced hypnotism. I think I remember you. Remember on the channel a long time. Has that tag handle username changed from previous? Sometimes I can't always keep up. Let me have a quick check. Maybe not. I can't tell. But anyway, if you got any comments, any questions, you want my thoughts, theories on anything within this case, you're welcome to leave your comments in the live chat on that side of the screen. I think I'm pointing on the right side. Leave your thoughts there and I can respond back. And I'll be talking about stuff today, of course, and recapping and highlighting the importance. Oh, we've got therapist. There we go. It's always good to have a therapist on call and live. Glenn, big shout out to Glenn. Welcome to 2026, exactly. Starting it off on the exact day, the 1st. So that's pretty good, that. Yes, therapist. All under control, right? Exactly. Super. I want to know about the red tapes. You know what? That's a really good idea, Super Earther. I can play to you those tapes today in this video. I'll talk about the Robin video that I did recently, and then we'll go into the red tapes, if that's what you're referring to. And I'll just play to you it. There's not much to see on screen because it's just a still photo, but there is the audio. I don't think I ever really looked too deep into it. They are very short, but I will play them. I think there's about 5 or 6, so I think that'll be worth doing. It's good doing these live streams and having a second device because visually it might not be quite professional, but it's a step closer and it adds that live reaction element. So you're seeing it, hearing it, and me too, all in the moment. And it also means people can react live as well. Super. Thanks, Rav. You are a star. Appreciate that. It's kind of you to say. Welcome to anyone else that is watching. If at times there are certain breaks here and there through the video, feel free to get a drink or stretch your body. And if you do miss out on anything or anything does cut out, just let me know and I can repeat what I've just said. There's no problem there. But I just want to say, we'll start off with the Robin situation first, then we'll move on to the red tapes. If there's any questions or theories you want to share, feel free to do so in the live chat and I'll respond to that. But in recent time, slowed down a little bit with the videos just because of it being the holidays and people being busy in general. Certain videos are important. I just want to time it so then enough people see the stuff. Just as a heads up, what I have done in regard to the Kenny Veach case the last couple of days, I've done 2 videos, short clips, not long format videos, but shorts videos. And hopefully I'll be able to get it on screen in just a second. Everything out the way, something like that. That's what I've done recently, okay? 2 different ones. The one on the right tile, where it says 1.7k views, that was to do with where Kenny Veach was acknowledging how many times he's been out there in the area. Therapist Raf, apparently, Robin privated the hike re-upload again, funnily enough. Ah, well, that's kind of interesting. What I do remember, therapist, is that so-called Robin said he was going to re-upload that video originally some weeks back, and then it was only going to be temporary, and then it would be taken down or it would be removed. Maybe that's what they had in mind, or maybe they're doing it because they're throwing the toys out the pram because of how they're being exposed as a fake and they don't like it. But as for the archives, it doesn't matter. It might not be available anymore, but it is available elsewhere, like on my channel. So it's not lost. It's okay. But you know, when people add, remove, delete videos, it doesn't help with the flow of the case, the mystery, or when trying to learn along the way. It can be a little bit disruptive. You know, with all that research, what you've gathered, what you listen to and learn, then it's just disappeared. It's unfortunate. Therapist, I've also archived it. That's really good. That, and it can help a lot in other cases and so on. When people got screenshots of conversations, text, all that, it doesn't matter what case it is, it can be really helpful, to be honest, because you never know when you might really need it at some point in the future. So hopefully up to now, stream is okay. Audio, video quality is fine. Let me know if there's any issues on archive.org. Oh, is archive.org to do with 4chan? Something along the lines of that. That web page forum discussion. Yeah, so the two short clips that have been done recently is Kenny Veach referring to the hikes that he's done in that area of Picture Canyon. Picture Canyon being the spot where the M cave is supposedly at. So the more times he's been there, the more it stands out. We have Driven X Adventures. Welcome and shout out to Driven X Adventures. I did also do a short video to spread the awareness of what Driven had experienced back in November the 10th, 2025, with the strange sounds at the mine shaft. I did a normal video, a longer format, and a certain amount of people watched. But I've done a short clip as well to summarize it. Just brief, as in all the noises, a compilation of it, and then people can share their thoughts. And I believe, yeah, it's the one on the left. That one there, where Driven's at the mine shaft. So we'll see how that goes. The short clips just to spread that awareness further so more people learn about the case and the mysteries along the way. And then the main videos, the longer format ones, going into it deeper and trying to work out what's going on. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting now. Experienced hypnotism, and we've got therapist, and sometimes a therapist could use a form of hypnotism. So we've got a bit of a tag team going on here. Anyway, Experience says, serious, don't laugh. What if Kenny transitioned male to female theory? Of course, there's always a possibility. It was actually suggested in the past, hypnotism. And just as a reference, when it came to the healing store Enchanted Forest, there was a worker there at the time, some years back. I think they were called Marjorie, slightly ginger hair. And people were saying how it looked like Kenny Veach, but transitioned. I don't know if I'll be able to get it up, hypnotism. Maybe I'll give that a try right now, see what I can find. If it's still available, of course. Enchanted Forest. That's when sometimes you can get a bit mixed up between Enchanted Forest and Hidden Forest. Hidden Forest is the trail, the hike out there in the US, the Mojave Desert, near over that way. Enchanted Forest is the Reiki healing store. What else? Hypnotism, and this whole thing was him leaving behind some kind of mysterious legacy. You never know. I'm going to go there tomorrow. I'm actually going to Vegas for work. Ah, so what? you're going to the healing store or passing by. Well, take care whilst out there. Just going on to the Enchanted Forest, if it goes to the correct one, Enchanted Forest, Reiki, healing. That's if it still shows the people that work there. Right. Okay. Lil Tuncan, welcome. Almost like that TikToker Andrew Dawson who faked seeing a giant then going missing. When does that date back to? A TikToker. What country were they from? Out of interest. Practitioners. Right. Will it show? Clear that just for a second. If I can rotate the screen as well. Oh, no, it won't work that way. So in terms of the Reiki healing store, you got Debbie Veach, who we're aware of. You got Raymond Veach, the brother to Kenny, as you see there. Oh, we got John Leon. Welcome to the live. Canada. Interesting. Huh. Has it updated since this? Maybe it has. Oh no, it's there. Okay. So, experienced hypnotism, your theory of Kenny transitioning, what some people in the past had done was suggested a worker from the healing store, which is run by Debbie Veach, the sister, this practitioner called Margaret Shelley. Some were saying, is that Kenny Veach? Does anyone agree? Like the smile, the eyes. Me personally, I would say no, it's just a female and that's it. But Super Eva says that's a man. I'll just hold it up just so you can see it on screen. And you let me know what you think about that. Welcome to anyone else that has joined this live. Talk about a range of different things today, from the Robin situation to Kenny Veach to Jeff Clark. I just see the comments. Therapist, I have a question, Raf. Since you were in contact with the original Robin through email, are you still in contact? I remember you had an email interview with him. Yes, so therapist, originally I did a Q&A with the original Robin because I felt he was going to disappear and I wanted to step in before it was too late. Before I continue on, we've got a big boost of people coming on into this live, so that's good to see. Make sure to stick around. You don't want to miss out on anything. Lots of strange stuff going on in the case and past stuff which is still unexplainable today. Equipment malfunctions at the mine shaft, the unexplained, weird situations with Robin, the fake one. Very unusual activity. We got Classy Colt. Welcome. Happy New Year too. It's good that you're here. Big shout out to Classy, a class individual too, and a long time viewer. Good example of a person. John, greetings from Vienna. Nice. What else do we have? Is there actual proof he even died? In fairness, there is no hard evidence. His phone, coins found near the mine shaft, all that does is indicates he was out there, supposedly, and his scent. Considering the scent ended at the mine shaft, yes, it shows he was out there, but where is he then? No blood, no bones, no bullet, no gun, no this or that. People can assume or presume that he's dead because after all this time, where else is he going to be? I get that, but you can still counter it and say there's also that suggestion of other things may have happened. Sorry, therapist. In regard to the email with Robin, at the time, did the Q&A, asked him, why are you leaving? What's going on? He wanted to be closer to God. Social media was interfering with his life and ruining it. So that's why he wanted to step down. His reasoning behind his demon theory is he was out there, he wanted to prove it. He did research, I believe. He had a friend that worked at the Las Vegas prison or a prison, and that friend of Robin was also friends to Sean Hallaker, which was a bit of a coincidence. And that prison guard or a person that worked at the prison shared their story with Robin about encountering a winged creature on, I guess, the highway or a road in the desert. And Robin, I guess, with his previous videos in the past, his Storm Area 51 videos and trends like that, he probably was interested in and had a bit of an idea about all that. And I believe he lived in Las Vegas or does. So he would have known some things at least. Driven X Adventures proof is a coroner's report. And I believe there is no coroner's report at this moment. What else do we have? Hypnotism. Additionally, did they ever ID those remains found on Frenchman Mountains back in 2023 or 2024? At least to my knowledge, I tried looking online. There was no updates. No updates whatsoever. Maybe if you're from the US, search results may differ. If there was like a website you could possibly access, but we don't have a name to go off from. I'm sure the families, friends of those probably have been contacted, but it never seemed to reach public news coverage. Yet it originally received public news coverage to begin with at the start. So why cover something public in the first place and then later go back on it and not provide an update? At least from my point of view, it's just a bit unusual. I did try sending Robin an email in the past. It might have been a few months after. A few months after he disappeared, went offline from social media. I thought I'd just send him one more email, see how things are. He never responded. It's unfortunate that, whether someone is going to disappear off the face of this earth or from online or YouTube, sometimes you might sense it and you get that feeling and you just want to say everything possible, get everything off your chest or ask every question possible just to get closure before they do disappear. And even then, when people do disappear, afterwards you get those afterthoughts of, oh, I wish I did something different. I wish I said more. I wish I asked more. At the time, I tried asking all the questions I could possibly think of before Robin disappeared. I do have a video of it all, his additional responses. I could go back over it at some point if need be. What I'll do just now, I'll make a note of it so I don't forget. Welcome to anyone else that is watching this live. Hope you enjoy it and feel free to relax or share your thoughts in the chat and talk about other stuff as well if you want. Just type it in here. Original Robin Q&A recap. That'll do. What else do we have? Therapist, and you did another email interview with fake Robin, right? Do you remember if it was like a different email from the original? So I never did a Q&A with the fake Robin. I believe they reached out to me instead of me reaching out to them, which was a bit weird. I don't always share my email. Sometimes I've posted it in the live chat if I did meet someone or I came across a possible friend, stuff like that. And you begin communicating, or maybe you quickly share your email, then you delete it quick. And because other people are watching, some people make notes and make use of it themselves in the future. I think that's what the fake Robin did at some point. But with that happening, all they were talking about was the pen drive, the mine shaft, what they were going to do, how things were going to go. And if they didn't respond back in time, it's because they're hurt, injured, or they've been taken out. and then the person acting on behalf of Robin's father, which was probably the same person pretending. Yeah. I mean, just me personally, I didn't need to do a Q&A with the fake Robin because I already sensed from the beginning something was off with them, their attitude, their behavior. Because if it was the original Robin, well, the original one went off social media like a detox. So you'd think they would come back fresh faced, maybe a bit more positive. I don't know. And if their connection was closer to God, you'd think they'd come back different, maybe lighter. You know, this so-called Robin is like more insulting and has an attitude. That's why it's different. Glenn's reaction to that Marjorie photo, man or woman, that's not Kenny. Fair enough. What else do we have? Hypnotism. There's also a pattern with a different Veach that was filed since his disappearance. I have to look through my notes, but I believe that there's some information on that. I'll send it to you. Okay, sounds interesting. If you need to reach out or if it's a screenshot or something like that, I am available on Twitter and Instagram. The links are on my channel page, if that works. What else do we have? I see why Robin left. From before, I saw it as Robin leaving with some relation to Christianity, and it was true. I'm guessing he's doing well. I'm not too sure personally, as in how he's doing, but yeah, it was to do with religion as well. His friend, the prison dude, actually confirmed to someone that fake Robin isn't Robin and Robin was doing well. That's interesting, therapist. I remember it was in some video of yours in some comment section. I remember he did some BS about reaching out to you and I misremembered it as a Q&A. That's fine. That's okay. But that's interesting that about that friend, the prison guard guy, confirming to a person that the fake Robin isn't the original Robin. I've not seen that myself. I don't know if it's recent or way back in the past, but I mean, hopefully that person, that prison guy, the prison dude, is the original person and isn't a fake on behalf of someone else. Then you've got fakes on top of fakes, and it just gets a little bit messy, doesn't it? But yeah, just as a quick recap for anyone confused about the man-woman discussion, it's just a worker at the Reiki healing store, which is owned by the sister, Debbie Veach, sister to Kenny. And this person, some viewers over time on the channel were suggesting, could that be Kenny Veach? And I think most people said, no, unlikely. But some people said there's a bit of a resemblance, could transitioned. You got to be careful with how you word stuff as well. But yeah, that's what an example was. Do we have any others? And in terms of transitioning and remaining in the same place where you grew up or was living in, you know, to start a new life, that could mean go elsewhere. To start a new life could be travel to a different place and start again, not return back to the same place, but just change your appearance. At least in my opinion, it just seems a bit odd. It might be a wig. Oh boy, I remember that time in the past where people kept going on about thinking that I had a wig on. Crazy. Right, beside that, Robin not behind the cave video. Which one was that? Let me just double check. So, in terms of the last video that I did, as for a catch up and recap, before I did the last live stream, which was about 9-10 days ago, which seems longer to be honest. The video that I did was just an additional review of the Highway YouTube channel, last video uploaded in 2017, and the fake Robin claiming that that's his old channel, couldn't sign back in, and it was his footage claiming to be of the M Cave and the Mojave Desert. It was all fake. Using someone else's content, that's what the fake Robin was doing. It's not a good look, that, but that's what was done. So I wonder if he went full on, put on a skirt with his hairy legs. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, the only thing that I added on to that cave video was doing a voice comparison, at least with the original, real, really Robin, known as Robin Albatross, and comparing it with the Highway channel of 2017. The voices and the accents were completely different and don't match up. I can't do a comparison with the fake Robin because they've not shown their voice, but with common sense, you'd compare the original Robin with the cave one because the fake Robin is claiming to be the original Robin. So that's who they say they are, then that's their voice, even though we probably know it's not. We just use that and then compare it with the cave video, and even that doesn't compare because it's two different people at the end of the day. So if the fake Robin wants to claim that he's the original Robin, well, the original Robin's voice does not compare or match up with that cave exploration video by a different YouTuber, different people. We got Lil Spikes, welcome to the live. The broken window in the shop was the shape of an M. Oh boy. I don't think got to see what the window looked like, but imagine if it was an M. Oh boy. Super Earther, fake Robin equals military. Now Jeff Claw has suggested that as well, possibly, working alongside or agencies and people out there. If that was true, I just think sometimes the behavior of the fake Robin seems a little bit childish. I could be wrong, but that's how I interpret it, personally. But besides the voice, the only other video that I did, just to catch up on it, was I just did a video, a bit more of a casual one, highlighting what makes the Kenny Veach case so popular. Not to do with my channel, but just in general. Anyone that covers this case and how popular it can be and the interest that it gathers with time. What's the drawing point to it? Real M Cave is on Frenchman Mountain Theory. Frenchman Mountain. Me personally, I don't think I saw a proper M-shaped cave at Frenchman Mountain, but there was that initial visual appearance of a supposed cave at Sunrise Mountains, which turned out just to be shadowing. But some people did comment on that video saying, no, there is an M-shaped cave on Sunrise Mountains, but it's in a different spot. I believe coordinates were given. I can do a video on that, sharing my thoughts and whatnot. Just want to time it so then there's enough people present, and with things going back to normal now after the holidays, then it should be possible to do. Hypnotism, it's just the one right outside Nellis to the southeast, the actual Joe's watering hole. Okay. Let me find Jeff Claw's comment. Just skip that for a second. Welcome to anyone that has joined this live, and shout out to those watching in the background. Appreciate you watching. Any thoughts, anything you want to share, feel free to use the live chat, of course. All I want to do is get up Jeff Claw's comment, and I'll show it to you first just so you can see for yourself. So Jeff Claw's initial thoughts in regards to what makes it popular. We've got it here, a little show. 7 days ago. Answer to that question is Kenny himself, his odd family and friends, lies from various agencies involved, including inconsistencies with their stories and the hiding of evidence, hikers' personal experiences, that border and its real controllers, and that location itself. It is another true missing 411 case inside a national park and another Skinwalker Ranch without all the expensive surveillance equipment. All this, along with my own personal experiences out there, has led me to believe alien, paranormal, classified technology, or a combination of those. I don't think Kenny ever understood what he was really dealing with. So you can read that. We got Michaela. I'll do the voice. Well, Michaela, Happy New Year. It's good to have you here, partner. Good to see you. And let me tell you something, Michaela. Don't think I haven't forgotten. Yes, I remember Michaela when you were saying last time, and I can't do a German accent. I'm not even going to try because I do not want to traumatize you. But you said, Michaela, it can be very difficult watching videos or live streams with the TV fitting Wallite Raph's massive head on screen, because I'm sure it just about fits. But beside that, trying to watch the videos but also comment, you can only do one thing at a time. But, you know, I think one thing for certain, Michaela, my God, you need to remind yourself that you are multitasking, multifunctional. You're able to watch videos whilst maintaining stunning hairstyles and that glow to it. So you don't need to worry about anything. You are multitasking already. I'm so proud of you. Anyway, I've not done that accent for a long time, but I'm not being sarcastic. It's a true observation. Well, based on what I could see. When I see that profile picture of the little house, I don't know why it reminds me of Far Cry 5 or something. Don't know why. Hypnotism. I appreciate you for all your work, Raph. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. Just a note. It's good to know. But I appreciate you being here as well, watching. This case does involve viewers a lot. Okay, from hikers to viewers to creators to really anyone. Anyone can contribute to this case. Anyone can be of importance to it. And that's what works. Dream core. Well, there we go. Well, one thing that's not a dream, more so a reality, Michaela, is you got a very good username. What's that? Super effort. Women can multitask. My neighbor pisses and moans at the same time. Oh, super effort. I didn't know that your neighbor was watching my videos in their spare time. Okay, that's good. I mean, yeah, at times in my videos, there's been some interesting sounds. That's why some people who have the volume on too loud can make things a little bit awkward. Oh, speaking of which, Super Earther, get your neighbor round right now and tell them the reading session of Wallite Raph After Dark might be coming part 2. Okay? In a certain tone of voice as well. That'd be very eye-opening. Opening in more ways than one. There we go. We got Trav. It's good that you're here, Trav. Yeah, it's good. We see with time new hikers that come along. We had 4949 Shooter that came about 10th of May, went to the mineshaft. Trav, October as well. EJ, part 2. Yes, please. Don't worry, EJ. I will do that. And yeah, it will be made up on the spot once again. It's not easy, but it's so much easier than, I don't know, reading a script. There was one article that I did read once. It wasn't, well, I just read an article and I put on a certain voice. I don't know. Maybe that could be tried at some point if there was like maybe a post on Reddit. Sometimes it's easier when you're reading something in third person or reading someone else's story. I know it depends who you are, but if you make it up on the spot, that can help too. And I think the reason why I have been able to do it, or that has happened here and there, is because when I've done the out of context videos and whatnot, there's been an on the spot script. I do zone out, just as a heads up. The reason why I zone out is because if I was consciously thinking, I might lose the flow, or I might think, "Oh god, what am I doing?" Yeah. So there is still a great level of innocence when doing it or trying. Yeah, I'll do a part 2 video. Not sure how long it'll be. Hopefully it's a bit longer than the last one. It is a bit funny though, because whilst it's supposed to be a bit, darker and a bit dodgy, in other ways, people found it useful and helpful because they were able to fall off to sleep whilst listening to it. So, multifunctional video. That's good. Michaela, the house is designed as a reference to the back rooms. Ooh, level 94. Ooh. Why would I think it's it? Never mind. Interesting. It's quite aesthetic, the profile picture. I know there's a person outside of the house as well. Yeah. I've heard and seen the back rooms, kind of a bit of like horror type, where everything's all a certain similar color tone and eerie silence through corridors and rooms and all kinds of things lurking. Bright open spaces, but many twists, turns, and corners around every bend, and you could walk into something or it could follow you. I've seen other alternative back rooms going down a slide, people in hazmat suits, and then I don't know what you call it. Is it an ARG, some visual mystery? I know it's very popular. They've made games and mods out of it and stuff. And then like how they add like the film grain and the visuals, the overlays to make it look old, archived type footage, remnants of people and their memories. I think maybe some people were influenced by that or the other way around when it comes to mysteries and even Kenny Veach. Backrooms video game. Yeah, I think I've seen that. I believe there's been mods for other games as well, which include similar stuff to that. Anyway, what do we have here? Oh, we got Real Music World. Just read out their comment response. They said, Kenny's family being so freakishly odd is really interesting. Good chance he simply came across something he shouldn't have. That's my best guess because now his cave is sealed up and making strange noises. Well, to my knowledge, I've not heard any strange noises from the cave, just the mine shaft. Two different things. But yeah, the oddness with Kenny's family and girlfriend at the time is because it didn't seem like they pushed hard enough. There was no tributes, memorials, or comments made on Facebook or on Kenny's profile. It was very quiet, low key. There's no interviews, press conferences, or press releases in general online by the family, etc. And I don't think they went out hiking either. I mean, maybe they couldn't because it's too demanding and the age of them and other factors as well. But it just seems like things went quiet and cold too soon compared to other missing person cases, let alone mysteries. Super effort. I heard strange noises from the ET base near Bonnybridge in Scotland. Oh wow. Actually, super effort. Are you from the UK? Might be a bit of a silly question now, but I didn't ask before. Strange noises. Do you remember what type of noises they were? Yeah, that's good. With the noises like high pitch, was it whizzing sounds, humming? And there's been the odd few viewers on my channel that have had encounters. It was a repeating music loop. Oh, okay. Was it a certain genre of was it a certain genre of music? Was it music used to mask the noise of other things going on? Or was it music to have a psychological effect or impact on people? Criminal Med, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. It's good about your hair present. Watch him. Trav, a video of Raf hiking in the sheep range would go viral. Could be the case's new hiker. Yeah. The only sound that I can hear right now is fireworks outside. So do I agree with Jeff Claw's comment? Kenny's odd family friends and reactions. Yes, that is odd. Agencies involved. As for inconsistencies, compared to true crime, there's not been as many, I'd say. Mad, wonder if Kenny's family have any ties to the search and rescue. It's a good point, that. I'm not too sure myself, but that would be interesting. If they did have ties, you'd expect maybe a bit more out of them. Like, oh, could you do us a favor and search a bit more? Or could you do a bit more? Super. It sounded like a broken ice cream van truck and went on a continuous loop. I mean, it sounds kind of funny, but it also sounds creepy at the same time. Interesting that. Anything else here? Yeah. So just ticking off the list, what we've covered so far. Robin not behind the K video of 2017. What makes the Kenny Veach case deep? Jeff Claw's response and reaction. Reaction to Kenny cover up. Oh, is that another video that I did recently? Let me just check briefly. Yeah. So the only other thing which I catched up on was an old comment claiming that I was spotted in Henderson, near to Las Vegas, with Sharon Pilgrim and someone else. I was supposedly wearing a hat. It was a rumor from the past and suggestions of Warlight Raft knows what happened to Kenny, knows where he is, and not revealing the truth. Obviously, it's all very random and BS, but that's what happened, and I thought I'd just spread the awareness. Most people understood the situation. Trav said, Google Earth recon of that city. I was born and raised. Really cool. I've gone to that Walmart my entire life. I have a brother that currently works there. Where was it actually? Where someone heard something like fans. In terms of hearing fans, there was a video, Michaela, or I think someone tried sharing a video with me in the Nevada desert of a hiker going underground or something in a tunnel and they could hear fans. Trav, who said you were spotted in Henderson? A random commenter? I didn't see it. It's the person that was inquiring, and it was probably some years back now. A person, and I shared the comment in the video with a grey profile picture, was saying rumors have circulated about this ref, and some other witnesses in the background have said that they saw you, Raf, with Sharon in Henderson. So the original witnesses I've not seen. I don't know who they are. It's just more clearing up loose ends. That's how I treated the video. So people are on the same wavelength and know what's up or what's, gone down in the past. I remember the fan sounds. Okay. Someone called Two Footballs was going on about what's Kenny Veach's work history. Don't know too much about that. I think he worked at some coffee house or something to do with coffee in Las Vegas. Susan Veach, sister-in-law, said that even though Kenny did quit his job, he supposedly had another job lined up. So there was no reason to, I guess, worry if he had a new job lined up and could, yeah. But in terms of like proof and hard evidence of that new job lined up, I never saw it. Just being honest. Yeah, Star Rider Kitty Cat. What a good username. Just reading it on the comment section there. Tried new products, but nothing ever got sold. Watched the Y-Files, did a video on Kenny and MK. I think you'd be out Spotlight and Ghost of the World. Yeah. So Kenny on his YouTube channel did introduce some of his inventions, which maybe they came from that secret hidden room, which he did not want to share with us when he did his house tour video, where he said it's his project room, it's messy, and there's all projects in there. Could have been to do with the Shark Tank submissions, where he did a video on YouTube, then uploaded it online, hoping that they would see it. We got Cleo, Happy New Year. But I just think that with the Shark Tank submission, with that being like more like a TV show and how you apply on it, would you apply for it on YouTube? I don't think it worked like that. There is other stuff, a separate video to do with Kenny Veach and his relationship status. And the only reason why that would matter is, could that explain or justify why Sharon was too late to report Kenny Veach missing? Sometimes in a relationship, it can be dangerous. Things can go wrong. People can go missing. People can get hurt. And if it's not by the hands of the other partner and it's someone else or a stranger, that other partner, if they were jealous, frustrated, angry, they might not care. They might not react immediately. They might actually be happy. Weird things can happen. Super. I wonder if he put out patents on Google. Oh, yeah. I don't know if Kenny Veach would have been ahead of time and had it all planned out. In some ways, an organized individual, maybe with his decorations and his house, but could he have been disorganized in other areas or didn't think too far ahead? Well, I'm not in a position to be critiquing Kenny as in what he does in his life, okay? But it's just trying to work out what went wrong and what did he have planned? What was going on in the background? Because even before Kenny set out on his hike, what was going through his mind? What was Kenny thinking and feeling? How was the situation, the environment, the atmosphere? What was that like the night before when Kenny and Sharon, his girlfriend, were out watching a movie at the theatres? Was anything hinted or suggested then? Well, these are little possibilities, these little small things to take in mind. Anything else to acknowledge here before we move on? Not really. No. Clues from Robin's video. Yeah, so the next thing to talk about with the fake Robin, where then we transition into the red tapes for those that wanted to hear that. All it was is because I remembered it from the past. 2 years before the mention of the pen drive, and 2 years before the so-called proof of Kenny caught on camera in India alive came about. Pen drive and the India video was uploaded in 2024 by Robin, I think around November time. But it was 2 years before that, in 2022, when the fake Robin account was created in around February onwards. And in 2022, that's when Robin, his username was really Ronin, 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 not Robin. So the person wasn't even using the correct username in the early days, clearly showing that they were a fake and they were messing about in a way. Their profile picture did change, and I think it might have changed a couple of times. At one point, they were using a profile picture of a World of Warcraft character. World of Warcraft, a game, a video game. Nothing wrong with that. But was the original Robin into gaming? I have no clue. But this fake Robin is into gaming. You go onto their channel, they've got videos there. They've got Sniper Elite. I can't remember which one it is, but If you wonder why, I know because I am a gamer. I've been playing video games since the age of 4, and it's a big part of me, a massive part. You know, besides doing YouTube videos, playing video games is a really important thing to me, and it's held up all through the through the years and all that. So I keep it close to myself. Um, but at times I do see that other people online, if they're into gaming, not that it's a set thing and not that it applies to everyone, but some of those that I've come across, their attitudes are a little bit off, the mindsets as well, the behavior, unfortunately. Experienced hypnotism, the pool that he started got finished. I didn't know who finished that. The house went on market in 2018. They also pictures showing that the TP roll from the upstairs bathroom is missing. Oh, toilet paper roll. Yeah. 2018. I believe the photos were from 2023. Big changes with the house, the insides, and how it looked visually. Trav, would you ever consider streaming games on Twitch? I mean, I have thought about that on and off for some time. I think it would be, if it actually worked out, I think it would be really fun to do. I think it's just sorting it with the equipment from the microphone to the headphone to getting it all to work in one. I've seen it where people said you have to have multiple monitors, one for when you're playing, the other monitor for looking at the live chat. Some people have said you need 2 computers. Don't know how true that is. I tend to have the computer downstairs, not upstairs. Reason being is because I don't like being in just one room. We're doing the videos up here. If I did the gaming as well up here, it's kind of, I don't know, seems a bit isolating, a bit static in a way. Super. I used to stream on Twitch with an Elgato HD60. Oh, an Elgato. I used to use a capture card. Was it Hallpage or something? Begins with a H. Back when I was on console. At one point, I did do a little bit of live streaming when I was on console. I think on Xbox it was called Streamlabs, and it was quite simple to do. As for, I don't know, performance-wise and all of that, and I think the only thing that puts me off with streaming is Streamlabs. Yeah, Streamlabs. I mean, the only thing that puts me off with streaming is what's on screen. And I know it's just you playing a game, that's all it will show, but then the web camera, I don't have that on a computer. These extra bits of equipment and then the extra maintenance and the charge, the battery, the overheating, just seems a lot. I know some people have done TikTok live streams where they've got a camera, phone set up, and then they use a mirror to reflect it onto the screen of what they're using when playing. That's quite a smart idea, very simplistic. On Twitch, then maybe I'll take a look at it at some point. I know streaming can be very difficult. Very difficult because you start off with nothing and you got to keep going with nothing until maybe something clicks. It's unfortunate, but I know you don't have to just play games when streaming, you can do other stuff as well. But it's very competitive and saturated at the same time. I don't know if it sounds silly, but whilst I like the idea of streaming, I also like the idea of just playing without streaming. Separate, not that it would be, but like when you separate one thing from another, or like when you separate work from other stuff, if that makes sense. like you do one thing and then when you're done with it or you finish, you move on to something else or you separate from that and then do something else. I guess if you're gaming when streaming, then gaming when not streaming, it's, I don't know. Oh, we got Sliverin Avada Beam. I'll do it in that voice, give it a try. Oh, Sliverin, whoever fake Robin is, he's a very scarily smart. But he is as smart as me? I don't think so. Michaela, I don't understand the concept behind it to watch other people play. I get that. Yeah, I get it. Me personally, I don't really watch other people play. But the one time I have done, Michaela, if I was trying to learn how to get better at a certain game, to see it from a different point of view. What are they doing different to what I'm doing? Why am I struggling, but they're not? So I'll do it for that reason, mainly. In terms, I think some people may watch other people play games just to test the waters. They don't want to spend money on a game. They want to see what it looks like first of all when played and then go from there. But yeah, I understand. Oh, on a scale of 1 to 10, Slytherin, rate that accent, the Snape one that I did. Let me know how it went. EJ liked it though. That's good. Where am I at this moment? What's this? Yeah, so the whole reference to Kenny Veach cover up, Warlight Ref is hiding the location makes no sense because you look at my channel, I've done lots of videos suggesting what could have happened to Kenny. If you were in on it, you would not be making any videos whatsoever, or you'd keep very tight-lipped about the possibilities. You'd turn in a different direction and suggest other stuff as a form of misdirection, and that's not what's been done here, Sam. Dodgy claims made by questionable people, pretty much. Beside that, clues from Robin's video, the profile picture. I said 2 years before the India one, fake Robin using a different name, really Ronin, and the profile picture of what was to be 2 years ahead of the Kenny Veach sighting in India, which was just a bit random Indian man on camera for some reason, for whatever reason, yeah. So because 2 years before, Robin already used that profile picture, whether it's of them themselves or someone else, it was already used, it just wasn't given context. 2 years apart, and Robin followed through with it. So it seems like there was a plan, but to plan something out 2 years ahead, or to stick with it for 2 years on, dedication. And for someone trolling or messing about, do trolls and people like that spend that long, and are they normally that dedicated to a cause? Or do they just get their 15 minutes of fame, 15 minutes of satisfaction in annoying or frustrating someone, and then move on to the next target? Tends to be that. So the longer someone sticks around and the more mysterious, cryptic, and problematic they can be, the more disruptive they are, it does start raising a lot of questions and eyebrows for sure. Mad, what got you started on Kenny Veach? Good question, that. So I heard about the Kenny Veach case back in 2015 by a YouTube channel called DJ Cook. Then I looked at a few other little videos here and there of channels that covered the case. It was very brief. There wasn't too much about it. 2015 up to 2020, on and off, looking at the case, looking back at footage and, stuff like that. And at times I felt, you know what? I didn't get that urge to make videos before 2020 because I didn't have anything to offer. I didn't have the mindset. I didn't have the intelligence. Well, when I say intelligence, I mean, I just didn't have the thoughts to pick up on stuff. I was just interested in just listening. It's very different to what I do now because I'm creating, but for like 5 years on and off, I was like you. I was just watching, listening to different videos and hike videos, taking it in and trying to make sense of it. In fairness, I know it sounds bad, but treating it as a form of entertainment, as in an interesting way, storytelling and just feeling the atmosphere, the spookiness of it, it being rural and open and unknown. I think I did look at Kenny's channel back then as well, 1 year on after his disappearance, and from what I can remember, he had multiple hike videos on his channel. Ever since, they're no longer there, so I don't know what's happened. Then in 2020, I did my first ever video that actually performed well on my channel, I will admit that. Because before I did my first video on Kenny Veach, any video that I uploaded to my channel, and Trav, I did upload gaming clips on here. It wasn't streams, but it was just normal videos. Honestly, they would get 2 to 12 views. From 2013 to 2020, 2 to 12 views. At the start of 2020, when I did my first Kenny Veach video, I was at 162 subscribers. In 2020, 162 subscribers. After that first Kenny Veach video, I think it got 500 views, which shocked me. It still shocks me now when I see those numbers. I might have 17,000 subscribers, but it still shocks me when I see, a certain amount of people that watch, because I don't expect it still to this day. So because of that, just kept on going because it seemed like it was a sign. And the good thing was it just so happened to align with my interest. So just did what I could on and off. Just catching up with the live chat. Sliverin says 100. Oh, yes, top marks. Well, Sliverin, I'm gladly appreciative that you appreciate the voice. I think I need to go a little bit deeper. I sound like I'm pinching my nose when I'm talking. Not quite. Where did I put my magic wand? It appears that someone may have stolen it. I wonder who did that. I need to return back to the book and learn the spells. I'm very, very impressed, Sliverin. Very impressed. I'll master it at some point if I do it enough. Super effort. Intelligence operatives always delete their profiles. Michaela, imagine if one day he claims to be Kenny. Oh, what? As in the Robin, the fake one? Oh my goodness, imagine. EJ, if that was Kenny, did he still have a bad leg in any of the videos? In terms of the India footage, you couldn't really see him limp. So there's that. In terms of the older hike videos on Kenny's actual channel before they were deleted, I don't remember seeing him limping or anything like that. We've got a motivation. Oh yeah, a motivation. Shout out to you. I don't think I responded back, but I did see your comment, that positive one recent. So that was good to see. A motivation says, Happy New Year, Ref. I know online and YouTube the Kenny Veach disappearance is a big thing, but in the law enforcement world, is there an ongoing investigation into it, or is it considered closed? Okay, so it's good that you're here. A motivation, welcome. In regard to, as for the police authorities, those assigned to the case, I think it has gone quiet. I know Susan Veach, I think in 2022, around that time, mentioned about Las Vegas Metro Police Department. There was a new person or two new people that were assigned to the case. I think one of the people could have been called Holly, maybe, and a guy assigned to the case, but not much has been heard or mentioned since. I think Susan said the previous guy that was assigned to the case knew a bit more, but they went off it. So it was like the new people that come on over had to relearn the case or some of the details. There was a moment, in case people didn't know, supposedly a producer or someone of a certain role from the UK, is it 2020 or 21 media, in partnership with Warner Brothers, wanted to make me some executive. I know it sounds a bit silly, me of all people, some executive behind a documentary or something, but it did fall through. And they went behind my back because they contacted Susan and Susan didn't trust them. So it was just a weird thing that it's just the way people go about it and how they communicate. It's never simplistic, and it's sometimes it feels rushed. Maybe sometimes it's a fake person behind a different account pretending to be of the real people. I've seen that a bit more recently, unfortunately. And it can be a bit hard to keep up with. Driven, he is just considered as a missing person, and that's true because the police report does suggest that. More so, the NamUs database highlights that too. Missing person, NamUs, that's what it's all about. Got down on all fours. What are you watching, Cleo? What else do we have? Yeah, so before I forget, I don't know, let me just see. Who is the one that inquired? Is hypnotism still about or therapist? If you are, let me know. If not, I'll still play it. But what I wanted to do just now is play to you those red cassette tapes from Robin's channel. See if we can get it on. What else was there mentioned on here by Robin? Oh boy. Maybe I'll do it as a separate video, we'll see, but I'll spread it out so it doesn't take it away from the other important investigation stuff on the Kenny Veach case. That's been mentioned by Robin 2 days ago. Did you know Susan had and possibly still has a full access to Kenny's Facebook and possibly even YouTube as well? She actually made the story with the call up so she can become famous and to be on the mouths of something. But has Susan Veach benefited? Has she become popular? I wouldn't say so, in my opinion. Happy New Year to everyone, and this is the year we have some answers one way or another. Happy New Year as well. Do you hear? Super effort. I asked about the tapes. Ah, yes, super, sorry. So I will do that in a second. So maybe I'll just tie a loose end up with that at some point. Okay. And then the one below. Just as a heads up, there was a time where there was a fake impersonation account of Susan Veach that was saying a lot of dodgy stuff and talking about sexual encounters with other family members and Kenny. I think it was an attempt by whoever to make Susan look bad. And in some people's eyes, other people would say to make her look worse than what she already is. But why would anyone need to do that? To tarnish the reputation of someone, to tarnish the credibility, so that whenever Susan, the original real Susan, speaks, the fake one has already done the damage. You see, it's not just Robin that's being impersonated, but Susan Veach was impersonated. So the real question is it the same person behind the Susan account and the Robin account, or is it just different people each time? What good does it do? Take him. I don't know if anyone knows. Well, I'm sure there'll be some people here that do know. There's been some moments where a person actually imitated Kenny Veach, created a Kenny Veach YouTube account and said, "Hey, I'm Kenny Veach. I'm back. I've returned." Some people actually fell for it and responded and said, "Oh my God, that's really you, Kenny. I'm so glad that you're back. How are you?" Do you honestly think the real Kenny Veach would do something like that? Mm. It's a fake at the end of the day, but just strange. Someone has impersonated many people connected to this case. I guess. Anyway, Oh, isn't that interesting? Well, what appears to be the I'll show you it in a second, but what appears to be the case, Super Earther, is the red tapes have disappeared as well. What a coincidence that is. So this fake Robin has taken those videos down. The timing of it, of when I did my video about the red tapes and follow the red tape and all this and that, that's all gone now. Probably privatized, but still. Just show you. It's Robin's channel. Scroll down. Yeah, sorry, it's not responding. It won't go any further. 1 month ago. You see that? 1 month ago. I don't know if I did a reaction video to it in the past, but just to say before and after, let me just see. What video did I do recently where I mentioned it? So I can find it. Just give me a second. So because I said that the red cassette tapes are linked and associated with the ghostly paranormal whispers from Kenny's hike saying follow the red tape. He's been watching us in the shadows, pretty much. But, if this fake Robin claims to be helping the case and trying to resolve it and make sense and spread awareness, he's doing the opposite. It's not helping in deleting and removing stuff. It's not helping much. Let me just try and find it. Where about was it? Just going through my previous video. Just says you are on the right track. What, from the account? Let me see. Where about did it say that? Oh, Slytherin responded on one of Robin's posts. I'll do it in the voice anyway, just for the dramatic effect. Slytherin says, yourself, unless you're real Robin, in which case, I don't know. Oh, Slytherin, you should be able to work that out yourself with all that spellbinding magic, I'm sure. Cleo, you look like you're 18. Do I? Red tapes. Did I ever do a video on that? Ah, there we go. So, if you didn't know what I was on about, as in the tapes disappearing, that's what they are. 3 years ago. Okay. They are no longer on Robin's channel. No longer there. Now, I did listen to some of the red tapes, and it was different male voices, but it sounded distorted. It sounded edited. It was like it might have been the same person talking, or this fake person could have even used their friends in real life and said, hey, talk into this mic and pretend you know what's going on. The people that were talking were swearing. That's all they could say. They're like, oh. So I'm doing a bloody Snape voice again. I've got stuck in that loop. I don't know how to get out now. But it was like, like when you get witness protection and the voice is changed, the pitch is altered with. It was like that, and it was like slowed down, and they were saying, "Oh yeah, beep, swear, swear, swear. Yeah, that is Kenny. I can confirm that is Kenny. What they're talking about? That is Kenny. Oh yeah, he's over there, and oh yeah. And as for injuries and stuff, we've got to take that into account." Really fragmented bits of audio, 5, 6 seconds long, red cassette tapes. You call it an interview, a 5-second interview. That's not much of one. That's more of an incompetent interview, to be honest. Breadcrumbs. What's the longest one? Oh my god, the bloody screen rotation. Cleo, why are you glowing, kid? Like a bit too relaxed. I don't know. I don't know. Will it show the red? It was probably just a still screenshot, but you got a 15-second one, a 1-minute one, a 5-second, 18 seconds, 27 seconds. I'll do a separate video on that, right? But that's what it looked like from Robin's channel. It's the mid part. It's an overlay from my video, which I use when talking about it. Take in mind what you're seeing on screen, that was available on Robin's channel at least 2 days ago. 2 days onwards, this fake Robin has decided to hide all of those red cassette tape video clips of other people talking about Kenny, confirming he's alive, confirming. It was very vague, right, based on what I can remember hearing. It didn't sound like any of Kenny Veach's family members, then. It sounded like, I don't know, what age range? 18, 20, 25-year-olds talking, maybe around the same age as the fake Robin, like a friendship group, like a project, an ARG, which is a bit unfortunate. Genuine mysteries or genuine misunderstandings of mysteries or creating mysteries in a natural, innocent way, debunked or not. But then when you get people that purposely, intentionally create false mysteries, kind of like a form of disinformation, that does no good. It just harms the case, causes trust issues. I think at one point the fake Robin did use this profile picture. Whoops. I don't know if it was in red or it was just when I edited it at some point. This could have been from Really Robin's original Facebook account. I've not checked since. It might not come up with anything, but I'll just check briefly to see if Robin's account is on Facebook. No guarantee. Hmm. Albatross. Ooh. Well, that's interesting. Right. Anyone watching right now, be sure to screenshot. No, don't rush out once. I don't mean screenshot my face. No, don't worry. Don't worry. But make sure to screenshot what I'll show you right now. I'll get it on screen in just a second on here. The reason why I say that, because we don't know who's watching right now in the background. At any given second, what I'm about to show you could disappear like that, okay? So, Michaela, get the back rooms ready. Get all the doors open. Slytherin, get your magic wand and make sure the chambers of secrets are open. And anyone else, just feel free to screenshot. What I'm talking about, Robin, the original Robin, had claimed he was going to go off from social media to connect with God. And that meant deactivating his account, like with YouTube. The original Robin deleted his YouTube account. However, his Facebook account is still there. Look. That is the original Robin. That profile picture, what you saw there, is what you see. Make sure it doesn't flip or rotate. Ugh. That profile picture, I believe, was used at one point on the fake Robin's YouTube channel profile picture. That one. To get a hold of that photo, the fake Robin went onto Facebook and searched for Robin Albatross, the original really Robin. And Robin Albatross's Facebook account is still searchable. Super Earther grabbed. Ooh, careful there, easy there. Grabbing. Anyway, Slytherin, can you please share? Oh, Slytherin. I can do that right now, immediately. I will do that, Slytherin. Don't you worry. I'm getting a little bit better. Let me just zoom out. Before I share it, I just want to show you it on screen before anything disappears, just in case. So then you're a witness right now. Take in mind, this is a public Facebook profile, so nothing is broken. This is all public. And one other thing, anyone watching, within reason, as a precaution and a disclaimer, don't follow up on it in a negative way, okay? Just got to make that clear because of YouTube and everything. Robin Albatross. Okay. Only one post, 2018. There you go, Slytherin. Get the screenshots in, Slytherin. Yeah. Anyway. There we go. Anyway. Photos, there's only one photo. Reels, there's no reels. He's got 3 friends, but they don't show. The reason why I'm showing you this right now is because tomorrow, a month later, a year later, that account could disappear, could be deleted. Whether that be by the fake Robin, whether it be by somebody else, you know? Let me try and get a hold of the, I think I've got a link. I am doing it on mobile, so hopefully it works. Oh, there we go. Not 100% guaranteed for the link to work, but I'm going to try and post it anyway. No way, Slytherin. I'm going to be slithering in right now with a tap of a finger, and I'm going to make it appear. First of all, I've got to try and find my live stream. That can be a challenge itself. But yeah, where is it? God, just imagine being a creator, doing a live stream, and you can't even find your own live stream. There we go. I mean, it's like a mobile link. Should work. Yeah. Hopefully that works. But yeah, it's a public profile. feel free to check it out. You can do Facebook Messenger. You can do a message to that person, whether they're still active on the account or not, that's unknown. But look, the reason why it's really important is he might not use the account anymore, but it's the fact that it still remains up online. Why didn't Robin, the original, leave his YouTube channel up? If he wasn't going to touch it again and he wanted to get off social media, leave the research public, leave it be, walk away. But he didn't. He deleted his channel, he deleted his videos. So why didn't Robin follow through with his Facebook account as well? If you're truly going to disappear and leave, you're going to do that all in total. Oh, Slytherin. Now, whilst I can read out comments and text, one thing I've not been known to do is translate emojis, but on this one occasion, Slytherin basically means like that, and then, yeah. So, whoa, calm down. I don't bite my lip that much. Well, not that I'm aware of. Ooh, interesting. See, the thing is, when I bite my lip, not that I often do it, I look like a rabbit because all the teeth come out. I can't do it in a smooth way. I'll need to learn. I need lessons. Teach me the magical ways. Kayla with the thumbs up. There we go. I can imagine next time someone uses such an obscure emoji and I've got to try and recreate that. I don't know how I would. We've got Ken Johnson. We got Ken. Welcome, Ken. Interesting times. Parump. Is that how you say it? Nevada. I was saying a bit of a posh way. Blogger at YouTube. That's what he's referred to. See more from Robin Albatross. That pic of him looks like he is in a prison or jail cell. Is it possible to do a Google image search or a reverse image search? I wonder. Oh, is it because it's on mobile? Let me just see what I can do. Oh God, where's he gone now? Might have to do it on the computer. Is there any old accounts of Robin? Doesn't seem to be. Let me check Twitter as well. Give me a second. Robin Albatross. Oh my God. There's nothing coming up in regard to Robin Albatross on Twitter. Just so you know. Just Facebook. But if I typed it in on, well, not Google, on another thing. I know you can't see because I'm looking down at the phone. Robin Albatross. How do you please spell Parump? What comes up? Just that Facebook one. Oh my God. Slytherin. I'm too excited about Robin. Sorry. It's okay, Slytherin. You get as excited as you want. Burst like a firework. That's fine. Michaela, Warlight Ref, Magic. Indeed. Just imagine if more people knew about the touch of Ref. There's many people that don't know that I do have healing powers. Once someone had thyroid problems in the throat. I took the pain away. Another time, a person from Australia was so dry, drought-stricken. The land was so dry, roots, cracks in the ground, and then one simple touch, the floodgates opened, and it rained so heavy. And I'm talking about the weather and the clouds. I don't know what happened, but it worked. There's been people with stomach issues, pain, and I've used my tools in my videos and it's worked. So if anyone needs an appointment, my name is Dr. Raf. The one-on-one consultation room is open once again. If you have any problems, any pains or aches, leave a comment down below and I will see you very soon. That will happen. Items can be used, but hands too. Oh, and Michaela, of course, I can confirm. You know, sometimes, Michaela, I swear I can hear your voice. It must be from that belt. It's like it talks. When I close my eyes, I want to sleep, but I hear the voice constantly. Interesting, isn't it? And sometimes one tap is more than enough to last a decade. Oh, we got KB. It's good about your hair. Happy New Year, Warlight Raf. You look well. Appreciate that. Cleo, top lip goes up, so my weakness, bite of the lip. Top lip goes up. What? Biting this lip or that lip? Interesting. Oh, why has my hair gone so messed up during this live stream? What's happened? I've not even touched it. Mad, has any hiker seen upswing in military present around the mountain regions? It's interesting, that. Actually, let me just check one thing. Not too military band. Where's it gone? I just heard something ringing, you know, it's like someone was trying to call. Hello? Hello, is that you?
Here's me, Michaela. I remember what's going on.
That's Sam. Yeah. You still feel those tingles? Yeah. The buckle as well. The coldness, the cold steel. The smoothness, or once the smoothness of the material as well.
Yeah, I remember it. It reminded me just like Stella I rode on. Real good.
Yes. Very, very well. Has this item ever been sent to the back rooms? Has it ever been used there?
Well, the first time for everything.
I don't know why I'm doing a male voice. I can't do. Actually, I can do a female cowboy voice. I didn't ever think of that. What was it? The female cowboy voice? Or it was something like, "Oh, I'm sorry there, mister. Did I miss out on y'all? I'm sorry, man. Don't worry, I got you covered." It'll do. It wasn't. Oh, great. That bell. Whoa, Casey. Casey on the case. Yeah. Middle name, Jesus. Freak. Whoa. What a combination of words. Don't worry, Casey. That belt is more of a freak 9 days out of the week. All under control. Where did I put my phone? Oh, there it is. I had to check just in case I sit down on it. Right, so when I typed in Robin Albatross on to do with, well, just, whoa, what's weirded here? Right, it's to do with something else. How are you doing, bud? I'm doing okay. And you? Welcome to the live, of course, and Happy New Year. So I typed in Robin Albatross, Pahrump, Nevada, and it's come up with endangered species. So supposedly, Robin Albatross is an endangered species. You see there? Robin Albatross, endangered species, killfish, Pahrump, pupfish, Comanche Springs, albatross, short-tailed, diamond deer, albatross breasted robin. That's great to know. Fucking brilliant, man. We need to check these endangered species out. The fucking PDF, man. Do I look like I really want a PDF right now? I don't think so. Let me click on it. Wisconsin. Why are we going to Wisconsin? Oh god, it's going to take forever to load up. That's not a good idea. Jesus in the chat, help me out. Well, whilst that's taking some time to load, we can't show the red cassette tapes when it comes to the fake Robin because they've been removed since. But what can be shown or talked about is Jeff Clark in 2017 when encountering the mine shaft and exploring it. When Jeff Clark was there, he did use a safety rope, did it successfully. But as he was descending into the mine shaft, he had full charged batteries on his devices and they didn't work. Albatross is a bird. Yes, that's true. Super Earther, red tape could be a reference to murder and a police scene. I think when they refer to red tape, it's like a cover-up, silence. Cleo, okay, as you bite your bottom left, your top lip goes up. How the hell am I supposed to do that? I look like I'm having a stroke and not that type either. No, I'm not. I look an absolute knob. Of course, what probably will happen is someone will probably clip that, take a screenshot, use deepfake AI technology, and come up with all kinds of creations. Woo! Can't wait. Red Safari couldn't load the page. The server's not responding. So we're not going to find out about Robin the Albatross and a breasted Robin. Oh, you know what? I'm sure right now that Slytherin is distraught that we can't access it. I'm so sorry. Sure you'll find another way in. Red tape meaning. I'm just going to type in the red tape meaning, excessive bureaucracy or adherence to official rules and formalities. Can we have it in simple language? No? Okay. Red herring, red letter day, to bleed red ink, red tape. I'm sure I've seen the term red tape used in other ways. Welcome if anyone else is here in the Kenny Veach Case M Cave Mystery. If you have any thoughts, questions you'd like to share, feel free to do so. What time are we on? Okay. So I'll probably just round it up with the Jeff Clark situation. Just go on his page right now. And also make a video note about Robin. Automatically just goes up. Sorry, Cleo, what automatically just goes up? A bit out of context. M-Cave Mine. It's like, come on. If you got any thoughts or theories you'd like to share or talk about in the live chat, feel free. But yeah, when Jeff Clark went into the mine shaft in 2020, when looking around. Sorry, what's that? Super Earther. Basically what Super's referring to, and based on language and stuff, I'm able to say it because we're hours into this video, but Super says, well, actually, no, to be honest, I don't know what gender they are, to be honest. I could be wrong. So we'll use two words to describe the situation just in case I get the wrong gender. So, Slytherin, don't worry, we'll sort that out. Super Earther says either my dick stands up when a hot woman comes to visit, or my clit goes hard and stands up when a woman comes to visit. Sorry to say that. It's just if anyone wondered what those dots were, that's basically what it meant. Okay, so we've confirmed what body part Super Earther has. That's great. Super Earther with an earth-shattering presence. Actually, I don't know why I used that sentence in that same line as what I just said. Forget what I just said. That sounds a bit weird. But besides that, yeah. Wait, what's this? Ella. That's for me. Whoa. Whoa. Easy there. Well, Slytherin, I've heard that you have a magic wand. And that's rather interesting indeed. You can make things... Slytherin, I've heard you can make things levitate as well. I'm impressed. Very. Wow, what sorcery is going on here? I'm trying to wrap my brain around it. Wow. Hopefully I've not traumatized anyone yet. Well, oh, I already did a long time ago. Oh well, it happens. Do I have any wands about? Nope. Do I have any magic wands? No. And now, Slytherin, I just keep disappointing you over and over again. What can I do to make it up? I don't know at this point. We'll put on an Irish accent, maybe. Would that help? Do I actually have anything? Let me just check. Is there anything possible? Well, not really. Got that. There we go. So, I don't have a magic wand, but I do have a stick of dynamite, okay? Because I have a very explosive presence. Oh my god, why does Cleo keep talking about the lip? Why are we talking about lips? What, my lips are wet? I don't know. I know some people thought I was wearing lipstick at one point. I probably should put this down right now because I'll probably appear on some list at some point. So put that back there. The only wand that I have, and it's not quite a wand because it's quite thick in the circumference and the size, this. Okay. Put some magic spells on people. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let me know if you feel anything. There we go. Applying all the magic. I'm sure when I was doing that, I think that pops off, which isn't supposed to happen, but I do have a thing for breaking stuff. So yeah, I'm probably shouldn't be holding anything. Actually, there was one thing, Slytherin. I did actually have a witch's broom, and I destroyed it in seconds because it all flew up in I don't know, just all shattered in front of me because I was whacking it against something, and it created such a mess. Can't remember what the context was. Rest in peace, the greenhouse door. Yeah. So just as a heads up, Michaela, if your back room's open, well, let me rephrase that. Michaela, if the back rooms in general open up, make sure they're already open, because if I get too close to it, I might rip it off the door. Did you get these gadgets from the pound shop? I think it came from, like, in the past, some costume or dressing up place, and they might have had props, I believe. This is like Party Chat premium number. Yeah, I guess, in a way. Welcome to anyone else that has joined this live stream. We are talking about the Kenny Veach case and mysteries and the unexplained in between. I'm not sure if you can rewind back, but if you can't, we can rewind it afterwards or watch it on catch up. But just little breaks here and there, of course, break through the darkness and whatnot. Right. So it looks like Michaela's back room is functioning. My wording is really bad. I think it's all the years of talking on YouTube. Slip of the tongue, probably a bit more than a slip of a tongue. Interesting. Other gadgets. There'll probably be some other gadgets laying about. Yeah. God. Well, let's try and be professional right now. I'll be professional. We can talk. We can analyze. I'll analyze the back doors another time. I'm really good at analyzing stuff on YouTube. Biggest analyzer about. So when Jeff Clark. Oh my goodness. Okay. Don't know if you can see, but in the middle of the screen is that skull. Probably a bit hard to see. Like middle of the screen. There's like a crystal-looking skull which Jeff Clark encountered, but he didn't know at the time. Whilst that photo's taken with light, he was in the dark. So basically, Jeff Clark was flashing in the dark. Not quite like that, but flashing as in with the camera, flashlight. Oh, bloody hell, Super, you nearly made me slip up then. You said flashlight, and I'm talking about a flashlight. Oh my God, the timing of that. But yeah, Jeff Clark was using a flashlight inside of the mine shaft because, well, it was the flash on the camera. Yeah, not really a flashlight, but you get the idea. But why? Why not use a light in the first place? Well, he was trying to, but the batteries weren't working, so it's problematic. KB, was Sean Horlacker's sickness on his first search for M Cave genuine? So Sean Horlacker got sick on only one of his hikes, and it was his last hike in 2019. Was it genuine? It looks genuine. I wouldn't say there's a reason to fake it. Sean mentioned in the video, at least, that it's a coincidence that it occurred after investigating the supposed covered cave. But he also wrote it off and said it could just be down to dehydration. So he did consider that. Michaela, last time I had a cave and this time back rooms. Ooh, very good, Michaela. You reminded me. Yeah, so not that it's any, not it's like a what do you call it, a room tour or something like that. But I'd say Michaela's cave is satisfactory, and I would probably rate it 5 stars. Michaela's cave has great depth to it, and with depth means more to explore. The deeper you can go, the further, the more experience you'll get. Caves can be dark, and it creates a level of unknown uncertainty. Despite the darkness in Michaela's cave, there is still light within, which reflects elsewhere. But there might be some passageways which get a little bit tight. Like with canyons, it can twist and turn. Michaela's is pretty straight on, but it gets a bit narrow further in. Once it's shaped quite like an M, is it shaped like a taco or something? I don't know. But then again, Michaela, M, the letter M, Michaela, oh, it's all linking together. But the reality is, if I press my head against Michaela's cave, it's like a lock and key mechanism. Because if people didn't know, my hairline is that shit that I am the ambassador of the M cave. Because if you adjust the hair slightly, I do form the M cave symbol. So if I lean in and actually, what am I doing actually? Well, you get the idea. No, you don't get the idea, do you? Because it just sounds unusual. This is abstract art. If you didn't understand, abstract art indicating the struggles and the interpretations behind things in a meaningful way. Well, I've not scared too many people off, so I've done well this time round. But yeah, I think Michaela's Cave is more of a private tour type of thing. So you can't just all come at once. You come all at once. I don't think there'd be enough room. No. I know, deep, dark caves can also be, you get the dripping sound as well from the walls and the ceiling, little drip, drip there. It's quite calming, to be honest, hearing Michaela's Cave drip every now and then. Really satisfying and soothing in a way. Super Earther, it's dark in here. Bloody hell, Super, you already got in. You're not rushing about. You've dropped your flashlight. No wonder why it's dark in there, Super. You've dropped your flashlight. My goodness. Damp too. Well, it could be damp. It could be moist. Depends. Inspector Ref. Yeah, it's interesting times. But what about Michaela's back door? I don't know. I've not really, analysed Michaela's back door because it's quite a new thing. But I did hear that possibly Michaela's back door, the hinges were on its last leg. As if they're even on a leg to begin with. But the hinges do come loose. Don't worry, Michaela. I know how to screw them. Oh shit, that didn't sound right. With a screwdriver. Because I am handy Andy. Everything is under control. Even if it doesn't feel under control, it will be. This is quite some very interesting developments coming out of all this. There's a lot coming out. There's not enough going in. Is that Super Earther's quote, maybe? Mad damn, this is getting deep and wet. Well, you said it, Mad. You said it. I'm getting a bit thirsty then. Yeah. Ken Johnson, laughing my ass off. Don't laugh it off too much. You might need a replacement, but don't worry, I'll get you surgery. Get a grip, man. Right, so you've got Super Earther saying, I'm grabbing it. You've got Super Earther losing his flashlight. He's in a deep, dark cave. And now Ken is saying, get a grip, man. Get a grip. What do you want me to grip? You want me to grip Michaela's back door? You want me to grip Michaela's back rooms? You want me to grip Slytherin's magic wand? I've only got 2 hands. Okay? There's only so much that I can grip. Grip the hips. And what? Do a hula hoop or something? Oh, move my hips side to side. Well, I'm sorry, my hips are not on show because I can't fit everything on camera. That's what Super Earther said, I think, some other time. But, maybe do some dance class at some point. I mean, we did the horse riding sessions when I was on that horse that time. I even sat on the horse reverse as well. And people will be thinking, oh, Raph, come on. There's video footage of it on my channel. I was on a horse. I also did pole dancing on a tree. I got stuck on it because it was that thick. My legs and arms were wrapped around it, and I got stuck. There is footage of that on my channel. Don't worry, I do back it up. It is there. So if Slytherin wants any more links, don't worry. I've got them. But beside that, what needs to be done is to look at Jeff Claw's comments. So, I'll read it. Animal Farm. Ooh, raw. If you didn't know Super Earther, I can do some animals as well. And many other things, but I suppose might not be the right time for it. Here's the details of the mine. That is what I'm reading, in case you're wondering. Details from Jeff Claw's experience. You can do the odd horse as well. Jeff Clark said, here's the details of the mine. The total depth is about 35 feet based on the fact that my rope was 80 feet. Until I doubled it and tied the hand knots, the rope had about an extra foot to go at the bottom of the ladder. The top and bottom ladders are in decent shape and you can still kind of use them along with the rope, but the middle 10 feet is very sketchy. Ever since that ladder has broke more, but in 2017 it wasn't as bad. The ladder is much more flimsy and ready to break, so I used the large beams along with the rope, but those beams are resting on piles of stacked rocks. The middle section is extremely dangerous to anyone who goes down there. There are no side tunnels as I was hoping for, as they could have been back way into the M cave. Oh, a backdoor entrance, very fitting. The mine is about 15 feet wide north to south and about 8 feet east to west. But Jeff did say that there was tunnels that could have been filled in at some point. Yeah, so not lots of people have gone inside of the mine shaft, but enough to get the footage. Let me just try and find a comment about the battery. Ah, there we go. Jeff Clark said, I bought a brand new pack of batteries for my camera and I should have been able to take at least 100 pictures. When I got to the bottom of the mine shaft, I started taking pictures and I immediately got batteries depleted message. I quickly changed to the other two from the pack, and that only got me 2 more pictures before I got the same message. About a minute later, both of my flashlights' new batteries drained as well. I basically had to take the pictures that I could get as quickly as possible until everything went pitch black. I was trying to take pictures of the walls to see what they were mining, but once it was dark, I was done. Sam, batteries draining. I mean, I have heard on the sideline that originally Michaela's cave was very good at draining, you know, souls, and anyone gets too close to that cave, you get drained completely dry. But beside that, Slytherin says, yes, everything about Robin. In the memoirs of Slytherin, Robin, oh Robin, where are you now? Where's that little face? Oh, Robin, could you please deliver a red rose to me? Oh, oh my God. What is going on? Trav, that's so odd. Yes, it is very odd. I know you're talking about the batteries, aren't you? Oh, yeah, Jeff Clark. Sorry, Jeff Clark. We summoned you, haven't we? Yeah, Jeff, don't bother reading the chat up above because it's not going to make much sense. Ken Johnson, dark energy, steel power, batteries, many examples, skin walkers. And just so happens, Ken, Jeff Clark has been referring to Skinwalker Ranch references. Yeah. Welcome to anyone else that has joined along the way. So, to be honest, when it comes to, I guess, paranormal, haunted places, interference, batteries energy can be drained there too. So when Ken Johnson talks about dark energies, soul consuming, electronically disruptants, draining batteries, draining electronics and stuff like that, you can understand the crossover. When there's supposedly strange sounds at the mine shaft, and near-ish to the area, you've got phantom footsteps and whispers, and you got Kenny Veach's scent ending at the mine shaft, and you got Jeff Clark's equipment draining and then replenishing immediately and draining again in a short space of time. If there is any dark energy, if there's any paranormal stuff going on there, that could be what's causing it all. So the mine shaft, there could be a lot more going on there. And when you talk about the Skinwalker Ranch, it makes me think, Could the mine shaft be treated as ground zero for what could be going on in the radius of that area? Oh, we got Norway guy. Welcome. It's good about your hair. That's good. True, I was in the dark at the bottom of that mine, pitch dark, changing batteries by feel. Well, you did well, Jeff. And even though it wasn't planned, you managed to capture that crystal skull on camera. So, as troublesome as it was, because of you, Jeff Clark, you were able to capture it. Oh, just as a heads up, Jeff Clark, if you didn't already know, the fake Robin has either deleted or privatized his red tape cassette videos. They've all disappeared. And the hike one of Robin disappeared too. Michaela says exactly. Yeah, Jeff, I'll show you it right now. Oh, the other thing is, Jeff Clark, guess what I found? Really Robin Albatross, the original Facebook account. They claimed to delete everything social media to get away from it. They left their Facebook account still there. Slytherin is on the case right now, as in, well, I think researching for research purposes, which is understandable. Well, let me just type it in, Jeff Clark. Wait, who's that? Don't know who that person is. Don't know if you can see, Jeff. Robin's channel. There. Scroll up. It doesn't go any more. Can you see? 1 month ago. The red cassette tapes were uploaded 3 years ago. I don't know what he's doing. The other thing is, Jeff Clark, Robin has done a post as well. If you can see. If you can see that. Okay. I will do a separate video. I know Jeff Clark, the border, the baiting out and saying certain stuff. Yeah. Robin doesn't trust Susan. I don't either. Yeah. Well, the fake Robin doesn't trust Susan. Scary incident. Low batteries in a dark area. Yeah. And you're in the dark, literally. It can be tricky. Leave that aside. Was there anything else mentioned? Sean Horlacker was the first general hiker near to the mine shaft in 2015, but he didn't go inside. He was on the outside. A person called Joe Guzman said, back in 2000, I used to hike up to that mine shaft with my dog. And there was an area he just wouldn't go no matter how I tried to pull him. Really? See, once again, when it comes to paranormal, dogs, pets are supposed to react to it. In contrast, when you had the highway person in 2017, a random guy with a dog, and they went in that tunnel, and the guy saw something at the end of it, like a big figure, the dog did not react. Maybe because there was nothing actually there, nothing paranormal, so that's why the dog didn't pick up on it. But this guy is commenting on Jeff Clark's video. Wow. Do you know what? It looks like we might have to do another video. Jeff Clark. Batteries draining. Mineshaft haunted. Yes, dear. Guzman's YouTube comment from. There we go. And it took me 3 hikes to find the mine. Was it 2 in 2016 or 1 in 2016, 2 in 2017? Interesting. Tried to pull him. I used to carry a Colt 1911 gun with me and the gun's metal. It used to get very hot when you shoot it a lot and it gets hot. Right. Wow, Sean Hullacker commented 6 years ago. Very interesting. Please post the coordinates for this location. Finally found it early 2017, 2 in 2016. Okay. So one of the hikes in 2016, you had the lost time and the zapping, the vibrations. The other hike in 2016, did you experience anything odd? Or was it just on one of the two? Second one, missing time. Okay. What was the first hike like? The very first hike when you were out there? Did anything happen? First hike, I went south from Joe May, as in Joe May Road. I didn't know which way to go. Fair enough. Nothing odd happened. Okay. Just said the battery issues were my biggest regret as I had prepared to take dozens of pictures down there. The new batteries just drained immediately at the bottom, but when I climbed back out, they worked again. That's why I took pictures at the top of the mine after I got back out. I was testing the camera and batteries. The fact that the batteries drained when in there and then was working when back out, that's very interesting. Just get the screenshots of that just to use, because, you know, in fairness, awareness needs to be spread. Yeah, the mine shaft might be filled in, but the stories and the experiences aren't covered up because living proof Jeff Clark present right now. Do we have any other comments? Oh yeah, 4 years ago. What's with the amethyst skull? How did no one else see this? That's one of the things that started it off. Interesting to me also at the bottom without a camera or flashlight. Even if Kenny Veach didn't go into the mine shaft, his scent ended there on the top surface level. There's a lot of activity over time going on around and near the mine shaft. Kenny could have used it as a beacon, a marker, a sign, a signal. But I think there was more going on there. Even if the M cave wasn't at the mine shaft, and that the M cave was further north or somehow down Picture Canyon but filled in, there seems to be more activity, or equally just as much activity going on at the mine shaft. Super Earther, all those schools are bad news. It points towards rituals. It just so happens that the original Really Robin did mention about that one way or another, if I can find it. I'm just going to get on right now. Yeah, it's there. Let's see if I can find it.
I would like to point out that this place is extremely desolate. However, there is a bone put upon.
Slytherin, are you ready, Slytherin?
However, there is a bone put upon this rock, and it's too high to the floor where the riverbed would flow when it overflows and comes down the mountain. This is not natural. I did not touch this. Look how high that is, guys. This is up to like my shoulders, so like 4 feet. 3.5, something like that. But that is definitely put there as a warning. Found a wash near on the way to.
There we go. So that was just a reference there. And that was the Robin Canyon. Perhaps the dogs didn't want to go any further. Oh, like the search dogs, the scent ones. Maybe because I know there was a comment factor made suggesting if they were deployed near to Kenny's vehicle and then they had to go 3 to 4 hours on foot, the dogs could have become exhausted. The scent could have fatigued and been lost, or the performance wasn't quite there. I guess it depends. If the dogs were deployed near to the mine shaft somehow, airdropped in, not thrown out, but dropped in gently, would the scent have gone any further? Super. I had a glass skull. It gave me nightmares. Were you in Indiana Jones by any chance, Super Earther? The crystal skull. Jeff, I think they widen it to get light at the bottom in case their lights failed, like mine did. Right. Oh, someone in 2017, 2018 widened the top hole at the mine and took the original crystal skull. It appears to be, I bought it from a crystal collector. Ooh. Hmm. So have you got rid of the crystal skull since? Have your nightmares gone now? It's kind of interesting. So at one point in the past, Jekyll, I mentioned, the forum thread I mentioned asked about some of, but that you mentioned, he did have a Cancun skeleton in his video. Kenny's house tour video had a Cancun skeleton. Okay. Jeff, in the next picture, the camera seems to have refocused in on the center of that shot, and it just looks like a lump of that white ore to me. You know what I'm surprised by? Normally, from case to case, people say, I look like a said individual from the case. I don't make it up. People say that. Dylan Round's case, people said, I'm Dylan Rounds. I look like him. I'm the crisis actor. Noah Presgrove, some people said, oh, is that you? Oh, God. What's going to happen next? The person's going to say, Warlike Ref, you look like really Robin. Do I really, really look like really Robin? I thought I was more Batman, considering that night when I was outside and I got bitch slapped by a cold, rubbery bat wing. Where's Robin at? Bad thing. Shoo. What I'll do, if I can, boy, 1 month ago, graveyard shift. Any updates? So yeah, the fake Robin could be watching right now at any moment. You never know. That's why it's important just to keep your whereabouts open. Ooh. Okay, so a little bit more in regard to the real original Robin Albatross. Blog at YouTube, Las Vegas. Following Michelle Quiroz works at, this is all public, take in mind. Michelle Quiroz, tattoos. Samantha Elkins, Hawaii. And Lauren Greer, sales executive at First American. Does that mean anything? Probably not, but it's just additional stuff before it disappears. Now, I would say get some more. Is there anything else there? What did I say I was going to do? Oh no, it just doesn't work. Oh, does it though? I've copied the link. If I was to go on Google now, will it work? I don't know. It might only be the link to the site. Google Images. Where's that search? Oh, it's not there, is it? What does Google Images search do? Reverse imaging or something? Google image search. Maybe. I think it only works on the computer, not mobile. Paste. Yeah. Well, I'll try that another time if it comes up with anything. Sometimes if you do a Google image search, like let's just say you came across a person online, you saw the profile picture supposedly of their face, but you wasn't too sure or certain, you copy and paste the profile picture of them onto Google. If it says search results, then likely they're a fake and they've just copied it from elsewhere like Pinterest, a model magazine, anywhere. If it says no search results, nothing similar, then it could be more original, that it is a one of one and it does apply to them themselves. But filters and all that can still be used to enhance what it really is. Some people do use AI to enhance this. I don't use AI because I detest it for most part of it. And as for filters, I don't bother with that. But there was one time where I was using a different device and I realized that the beauty filter was turned on. So I made sure to turn that off. I think it was just automatic in the background. It's a bit annoying, to be honest. Foxtrot, welcome, says, what does the cave look like now? See, the thing is, it's not changed that much, and I'm just talking in general there, because Kenny Veach never showed us the true M cave, so we haven't really got anything to compare it with, but Kenny did walk by a section where there was shallow caves, and when you compare it from then till 2022, for example, it's not changed that much at all. Sean's video. Okay, good point, Foxtrot. I'll show you in just a second, because from 2019 to 2022, there was a change. Wasn't drastic, big scale, but it was very noticeable and very important. We've got Wanda, welcome. Right, I'll show you it right now, Foxtrot. Don't go anywhere. Did I call it missing rock or missing rock activity? Oh, we've got that one. Activity. Just got to try and find the correct search term to be able to show you it. That's all. The more videos you do, the more time it takes to locate it back. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. The only reason why I was able to find it is because... Actually, what? Oh, is that? Well, we'll just use it anyway. This video that I did, which was 4 years ago, it was at 100,000 views. So there's been enough awareness, which is a positive, but it's not quite the one that I wanted, but I'll show you anyway for now. Turn it off. Right. So that was 2019. Where you see it circled is where Boulder was. As Sean was looking up close to it and said, it does move. It's a little bit loose, but it's still a heavy boulder. It would require energy and force to move it, maybe even pry it out, because it was kind of like on a ledge. It fitted in like a bit of a jigsaw puzzle piece. But 2021, by Aquachigger, I think that walked by it, it's missing. It's not there anymore. In 2019, it was. In 2021, it was missing. In 2022, when SB was there, he showed it as well. It was missing. It was noticeable, right? When Jeff Clark was there at some point in 2022, I think. He showed that it was on the ground. Basically, what it means is a person moved it, but they would have had to cover more than 3 to 4 hours and more, depending on the hike route taken, to get there to move the rock. Supposedly, they didn't record it, or at least they didn't upload it online. And it's a bit of a problem because communication is important. Who goes, who comes, who goes into the desert, who comes out. So no one's missing. GTS Commander, that's a good username, that. I like that. So good afternoon from the City of Winds. Welcome, GTS. Welcome to the channel, the live stream. And anyone else new to the channel and those watching in the background, it's good about your hair. If I can find a clearer one, because I actually did, it was like a combination of different angles from Sean's to SB's, and you can see the time. Covered cave, did I call it that? Maybe I found it. M Cave attempted break-in. Wanda from Nebraska. Oh my god, my hair really did look like the M Cave back then. Oh, bloody advert. Bollocks. Let me show you. It's not really changed. It's still consistently shit, so that's one thing I've managed to do. Oh my god, that's even worse. I'm getting PTSD from looking at my own face. So I know Super Earther, you said yours stands up. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's about to go down. It's going to drop down right now, Super Earther, when you see that hairline. Look at that. Bloody M Cave. It's the M Cave. The M Cave symbol. There we go. There we go. Yeah, Super Earther, no crystal skulls in sight, but there's a lot of, what's that? That's a crime against humanity. What, showing the hairline or you getting softer? Right, I've got the image. There we go. So Fox, if Fox is there, the hair, okay, fair enough. 2019, Sean Horlacker. 2022, I think that might have been SB. There's a difference. I don't know if you can see. What was once there no longer is. Where's that? Oh, there we go. This is my favorite one. This is my favorite one. How I pieced it together. I was quite pleased with the outcome of this, what I did. Kind of all from the same angle. So where you see Sean Horlacker with his camera up, looking down on top, looking down at the edge or part of the covered cave, you can see the cracks, you can see the rocks, but then SB's on the right, it's just completely gone. But in Sean's, on the ground level, there's no loose rock, but in SB's, there is that loose rock. So that's where it came from, I think. So there has been activity there at some point. The question is, did the person or people doing that give up? Did they give up? Or did they realize it wasn't going anywhere, so there's no point moving anything else? As for rocks, who knows? Need an excavator up there. I guess it's getting it there in the first place, which would be a problem. The DNWR would have an aneurysm if they found out an excavator was up there digging up stuff. The Paiutes would end up throwing pies in Silverheel's face as well. Yeah. Right. Oh, God, the time's gone quick. So, with that being said, for most part of it, I've caught up with what needs to be said and done. How's that doing? Not much. Could the weather have shifted the rock over time? Well, I mean, in some regards, with some of the stuff out there, possibly. The mine shaft, the deterioration of the mine shaft was accelerated not by the weathering, but by the presence of people and unknown ones coming and going there. When Jeff Clark was there in 2017, from 2014 to 2017, there wasn't much change or difference. From 2017 to 2021, there was massive difference, accelerated. I do remember Jeff Clark referring to the boulder or stuff being quite heavy to move. Jeff says, too big and too well settled in its spot. Yeah. So a person was, or people were responsible for that rock moving. The real question is why and who did it? Why? It's weird. It's very strange. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to do a countdown now from 20, and I'll end the live stream. But if anyone has any more points, final comments to be made, you can do so in the live chat, and then I'll answer anything if need be. But I will start doing the countdown from right now. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. You're welcome, Super. KB, you're welcome as well. Foxtrot, have you seen Stranger Things 5? I haven't, but I know the fake Robin made a reference to it. Stranger Things, the latest one, or whatever you call it, where they made reference to a M-shaped cave. Rachel, the town, Rachel, Nevada. A cave where there's some teleportation, cross-dimensional teleportation, I think. Take care, John. Thanks for watching. Where was I now on the countdown? 18, 17, 16, 15. It caught me by surprise. Even the mine shaft looks identical. Really? He actually made reference to a mine shaft. Wow. Rachel is a creepy town. Oh, just as a heads up, I noticed that it's an old one now, but someone actually uploaded the full documentary of the Kenny Veach case onto YouTube. So I've not really watched that, so I could and give my thoughts and reactions to it maybe. Good night, Michaela. Sleep well. I'm sure you will. Just make sure you're all locked up. Yep. Have a good sleep in the back rooms and the front rooms as well. Because as said Michaela, as the quote goes, the front rooms are just as important as the back rooms. Right, 17. You're welcome, Slytherin. Thanks, Ruff. Well, take care, Slytherin. Sleep well. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Why is this top slanted? It's like it's trying to escape from me. Get back on. Number 15. Oh, why did I read that like the chills voice then, Michaela? Was you trying to mind read me or something? Number 5. Number 15. Recently, Michaela realized that her back room is bigger than expected. All kinds of mysteries lurk within. There is so much to explore, but so little time. Join me next time for top 10 tips on Michaela's hairstyles. 14. 13, 12, 11. Yeah, it'd be so annoying if I said number 10, number 9, number 8, number 7, number 6, number 5, 4. The magic number, tree, top of the morning. Sleep well too. Thanks, Michaela. I'm sure I will sleep very well. Very, very well. Well, time will tell, actually. Time will tell. Number 2, number 1, and 0. We've reached our final destination. We've finally counted down completely. Yay! I can count down. How clever am I? Anyway, join me next time as I learn to count upwards to 20. And maybe, if you're lucky, I'll do the alphabet as well. So I think that's pretty much it for now. Expect a video tomorrow or the day later, at least. It'll be a standard pre-recorded live premiere. I'll see what needs to be covered first. There's a lot going on with the Robin situation. There's past stuff as well with the original Robin as well. So just got to handle it. I don't want it to take away from the Kenny Veach case, but equally, I don't want it to go left forgotten. So we'll just see how things go. Try and do some short clips in between for the awareness. Might do an alternative one soon, then return back to some other stuff. I've got it noted down. That's the most important part. So I'm not going to forget. But I'm probably going to forget where the comments are and the timestamps. So that's great. But beside that, should be okay. Big shout out to everyone that has watched. I know with being New Year's Day, people might have been busy or sleepy resting. So it's good those that were able to make it and either watch from the start or catch up along the way. And this live stream will be watchable and findable once this has ended, a few hours on or so. To locate my live streams, this one, and to catch up on any previous ones, all you have to do is go onto my channel page, and where you've got the tab section where it says videos, shorts, post, there'll be a tab that says live. Click on live, and that's where all the live streams and the previous ones will be. I've got live chat replay on, so if anyone wants to torture themselves with some of the comments, you'll be able to do so. And live chat replays is good for documenting, important comments with time. With that all being said, though, I'm going to leave it there. I'll end the live stream now, and I'll see you next time. There we go. So take care and sleep well. There we go.